Yo, what's up, everybody? Today is Thursday, July 16th, 2020, and this is episode 46 from the Anything Goes podcast. Hope y'all are doing well. Hope last weekend was good for you. It's Friday Eve, coming upon another weekend. I hope that the next, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 years is, filled with every day being like a weekend. We can do what we want, be working how we want to work, working for ourselves, or working a job that's not detrimental to our mental health or our physical health. Um, I wasn't with y'all last week, man. Life has been crazy. So anytime that I ain't really feeling it, instead of like coming on and giving y'all a half-ass episode, I just take that day or take that week and be like, all right, I'm gonna come back better next week. We all go through sometimes. So anytime you ain't really filling up the snuff, man, take some time out for yourself. But make sure that you stick it to your script and make sure that you can get back to it. You know what I'm saying? Anytime and any given moment. You feel me? So I definitely want to start off by shouting out my brother. I have on one of his shirts, his Process for Purpose. He started this about a year and a half, 2 years ago. He's in another lane right now. He just started his own company called Shoelaces, and that's pretty much self-explanatory. It's him selling shoes and him selling accessories. So y'all go to Instagram _shoelaces _SHOELACEZ. Go to his personal page. I'm up. I am you, and it's 6 P's. Follow him on Facebook, Vernon Wallington. Hit him up. Get your shoe game up to snuff. Get your accessories. Make sure you and your lady or you and your man are, you know, stepping out looking fresh, feeling good about yourself for an affordable price. Real spill. I would not put y'all on to anybody that wasn't up to snuff and didn't make sure that their products were quality. Alright? So y'all get at bro. Let them know I sent you. And let's keep running it up. Because this is how we're gonna get ourselves out of the situations that we are in as black people. Our money and our power. Our power is in our money. Trust me. So start investing black, buying black, keeping our dollars black, and we'll be liberated in no time. It's a grind, but it's doable and it's possible. Also, check out my brother Reginald Glenn on Facebook, RG Fitness 34 on Instagram. Y'all know that's a cyborg. Y'all know how that boy do. He get busy in the gym, tossing it up. He gonna make sure that you straight. You gonna see those gains that you want, and you gonna see those losses that you want. The gains are the losses, for real. That might be his new slogan. I don't know, but tell him I sent you. Trifecta Fitness, RG Fitness. Trifecta Fitness is on Patterson Avenue in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, also in Jamestown. So you have no excuses. If you're closer to Jamestown, go to Jamestown. If you're closer to Winston, go to Winston. Ask for Reginald Glenn. Tell him his brother sent you. He might give you a discount, but I really doubt it. You know what I mean? But you'll feel better about yourself, and you'll be where you want to be and where you need to be after you finish training with him. It's gonna be hard, it's gonna be tough, but if it's not like that, are you really getting anything from it? No. So we're gonna jump right into it today. We have to start with Breonna Taylor. Y'all know how I feel about this case. If you don't know what happened back on March 13th of this year, a no-knock warrant was issued by the Kentucky Police Department. And they entered her home, her boyfriend, and her, they were laying down in bed, sleeping. She was killed. There were no drugs in her home. They found no drugs. Those officers who killed her in cold blood for no reason because they didn't do a thorough investigation, they're still free. This week on Tuesday, the 14th, you had Trader Truth, Tamika Mallory, I want to say Portia Williams, Kenny Stills, YBN Corday, Yandy Smith, along with almost 81 other people, including them was about 87 people, were arrested for protesting outside of the Kentucky Attorney General Daniel J. Cameron's home. Peaceful protests demanding justice for Breonna Taylor. They locked these 5 or 6 people up, and more than that. They locked up 87 people in total, and they charged them with felonies because we want transparency. These cops acted as criminals, and they should be treated as criminals. This is ridiculous. We would have never known about this case if it had not been for another murder by not by police officers, but by someone who used to work for a sheriff's department down in Brunswick, Georgia, Ahmaud Arbery. When he was killed, this pretty much, it was the linchpin that started everything. It got us here to this point in time where a lot of people are starting to realize that Black people are really, really being targeted by officers. We're harassed. We are treated differently than white people, of course. And with the pandemic going on, the coronavirus, it's forced people to really, really sit down and pay attention and to start seeing what we've been going through, what I've been seeing when I started being able to comprehend what racism and being prejudiced was. So you're talking about for over 25 years. We've been seeing, or I've been seeing my brothers and sisters be marginalized, be targets, be victims of police brutality. This is what 2020 is. Outside of the coronavirus, to me, which is secondary, because I'm always about the self-preservation of my people. This is at the top of the list for 2020. Breonna Taylor should not have been killed. And since she was killed, those officers should be in prison right now. They should be in jail at least. And they're not. They're free to do whatever the hell they want to do. And it makes no sense. David J. Cameron, the Kentucky Attorney General, is a Black man. And he's the worst type of Black man. And I could tie this into what's happening in my hometown of Winston-Salem, North Carolina. We have a sheriff who did a press conference and said, before I was sheriff, I was a Black man. Maybe he misspoke, but I would never say any nut shit like that. And David J. Cameron, he fits that mold. I want to really, really focus on that today. No matter what position you get, no matter how much money you make, you're still Black. And your duty should be to make sure that your people who have been marginalized since forever and pretty much crapped on since forever should make sure that they're straight. And we don't get that from these political leaders out of fear. I don't care what anyone says. They're afraid to do it. And I don't understand that. Because We're the only group of people that once we show black pride, we're told to be quiet, or we're told that we're being counterproductive and racist. I don't understand that. It's not like we're waving a flag of a different country, because the black people in America, we don't know where we come from in Africa. And there's no, and correct me if I'm wrong, there's not just one flag representing Africa. I know we have the Pan African movement, we have the green, red, and black. But it's not like you have black people in America that's just walking around waving that flag. No, we want to feel a part of the society, but we are often shown in more ways than one that we're never going to be accepted. When these figures get into office, they forget that they face some of the things, if not all of the things, that we are facing today and have been facing for the last 400 years. Those are the worst type of black people to me, in my opinion. You might not feel that way, but I do. And David J. Cameron of Kentucky, the Attorney General, for you to have these people arrested and then charged with felonies, dude, are you serious? But you're not going to jump and have these officers arrested. No. Let's tie some things together. We all, and even me, excuse me, I was all about police reform. We need to reform the police. The issue is the police unions. These police unions hold so much political power and control that we don't need police reform. We need the entire system to be demolished and changed, and that won't happen. It won't happen because police unions hold so much power. I didn't realize it until now, just how much political pull these unions have. These and the head of the unions, I'm thinking like, okay, maybe they have like someone coming in outside from outside that's not actually ever been a cop. No, the majority of these people are police officers. They were cops themselves. Why would they go against their brothers? I watched a video today, and I have my door open, so you're gonna hear a lot from outside. I watched a video today where a cop in Baltimore blew the whistle on his co-workers, and he was pretty much ostracized. He was forced out, and then he went on to try to get another job, elsewhere. He was pretty much demoted. The other jobs that he's tried to get, he was denied because they said his background, which is bullshit. They're like, no, you told, you're a rat, you're a snitch. These police unions, these police departments, these sheriff's offices, these state troopers, they conduct themselves like street gangs, but it's legal and they get away with it. How do you reform that? You can't. And then when you have black mayors, black sheriffs, you have black police chiefs, their hands are tied. Now you have some that don't care, they're gonna go against the grain, but they're called radical, they're called rogue, they're saying that it's often said that they're not doing their job, but they are doing their job. They're trying to look out and protect their people who they know are walking targets, especially black men. Our black women aren't safe either. They don't handle our black women with care and delicacy and treat them as they should be treated at all. But this is the power that police unions have. I watched a video yesterday, and Trey Songz shared it on Instagram. A lot of people have been sharing it. I would not share this video, because I'm tired of seeing this shit. Well, black man is in his car. There are no guns drawn on him, but a officer is, you see him unlock the door from the inside. He threatens this guy. He says, I'm a specimen right here, and I'm gonna whoop your ass, bro. What? You communicating threats. Pulls him out with a chokehold and talks shit to him. You can hear it. They, at a time like this, in this climate, these, and we just gonna call it like we see these criminals, these pigs, they don't give a damn. They don't care. But then you have people in positions of power, of color, that aren't doing anything. The sheriff here in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, Forsyth County Sheriff, Sheriff Kimbrough, he is an embarrassment. You know what I'm saying? His press conference, he sounded so stressed. And I hate to keep bringing this up, but he's an example of someone who forgot where they came from and who they really are. Dude, when you take, even with that uniform on, and even with that title, you're still black. At the end of the day, what don't you get? David J. Cameron, you're still black. There's a video on Instagram right now in Louisville, Kentucky, in Kentucky in general, where the governor, there were protests outside of his home. What happened to those protesters? They weren't arrested. They hung a dummy from a tree with the governor's face on it. That's a hate crime, right? They were white, nothing happened to them. I don't understand how, for one, officers Jonathan Mattingly, Brett Hackinson, and Miles Cosgrove, how they're not locked up. I don't understand how Louisville, Kentucky is just so brain dead and so ignorant that they're still walking around twiddling their thumbs. How much of an investigation do you have to do? The no-knock warrant wasn't warranted. They lied. The lead detective lied. The sergeant lied. In order to play Rambo and to be G.I. Joe to get into the home of Breonna Taylor, they made stuff up. But the officers are free. The attorney general in Kentucky is black. There's a problem. How do you not look at this situation and say, you know what, even if I have to go against this entire police union, I'm willing to do that because an innocent black woman was killed. And I keep emphasizing black because I'm all about the self-preservation of black people. For real. If we're not going to look out for ourselves, no one else is going to look out for us. That's why I'm not letting this go. That's why I keep talking about it. Because she should not have been killed anyway. And then they're saying that she was alive after she got shot, but no aid was administered. Are you serious? Black man? David J. Cameron, are you serious? You don't see a problem? For real. I don't understand why it's taking y'all so long to convict these criminals, to at least lock them up. At least lock up the one who lied to get that warrant. At least one of them. Nothing's happened. But as I said, you can't even blame the department. It's the unions. They hold so much power that it's ridiculous. When are we going to get politicians who don't care about that. It's like, you know what? Nah, I may lose this, race, but I don't really want anything from y'all. For real. I don't want anything from y'all because I think every police department in the country is full of crap. I think every police department in this country has secrets. Because you know what? I thought, like Winston-Salem, we straight. Nah. You start hearing about different things now. Like, oh, we're the same way. Something had happened in December and we don't hear about it until the summer of the next year, July of 2020. Come on. Every department, every police department, state trooper, sheriff department in the country, the entire system needs to change from the top to the very bottom. The government needs to change. It's not just the police department. We are under siege, and we know it. No one else knows it. Oh, stop complaining. They do it to everybody, and y'all okay with that? We ain't speaking for everybody though. We speaking for ourselves. I'm speaking for my folks, for my people, and y'all should do the same thing. We have to stop, as black people, we got to stop being so inclusive. Not that we don't love, man, we some of the most loving and caring people in the world. Probably the most loving and caring people in the world come from black Americans. We will open our homes to anybody. We will feed anybody. We will make sure that you have clothes. We will make sure you got someone to lay your head. That's how we are inherently. Like, we're like that. But this time we need to be stingy. I seen Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, on Instagram talking about, the people that are being hated are turning into the people doing the hate. No, the hell we're not. And I can't agree with Unc on that. And I say that with all due respect, but I'm tired of us trying to be all inclusive. No, not this time. Forget that all lives matter. Our lives matter. And this country has been showing us since the beginning of time, since we got here, that our lives did not matter because we were not considered human. 3/5 of a human, are you serious? We all believe the same. We all walk. You know what I'm saying? We all can run. We all speak. We're human. That didn't register with them. And it's not registering now. I think more people are beginning to understand the plight of the black man and the black woman, but for the longest they didn't. And now you have black people, i.e. Terry Crews, another motherfucker that I'm like, yo, you're the worst type of black man. They're diluting the movement. They're undoing what we're accomplishing. And we haven't even accomplished anything. They've pandered us to death. Let's just be real. Like, we have no legislation. Well, let me take that back. Some cities are going at the police departments. In all honesty, I can say that. Some of these cities are like, you know what? We're going to take money away from y'all. And hopefully it doesn't stop there. They go to the police unions. But if not, let's just hope and pray that them defunding and, taking time away from these guys and women, that we can start seeing some change. I saw a video where a black man was being apprehended and arrested. The white officer asked some of the black guys that were on the scene, like, hey, man, y'all can help me with this to ensure his safety, pretty much. I thought that was pretty dope. Now, I do have a problem with us helping arrest another black man. But as one of the brothers said while they were helping, it was like, I just want you to be okay. I want you to be all right, bro. It's not personal, basically, and it wasn't. You know what I'm saying? If we can ensure that you're apprehended and, taken into custody without getting your ass beat or without dying. I'd rather do that than to see you on a T-shirt, you know. But you have these people that are just like undoing what we see needs to be done, and that's just not cool. I don't understand that. Like, we haven't even gotten much given to us other than these statues coming down and these flags coming down. And, you have these companies that'll put something on their website about Black Lives Matter. That's not enough. That's not what we want. That's not enough. That's not doing anything. It's like you're putting sugar on shit. We don't want that. We don't. We need legislation. We need laws. We need to be protected. We need to be treated like every other marginalized people in the world. But we live in probably the most hypocritical country in the world. The United States are very big hypocrites, because we'll go fight a war abroad, to push democracy and to free, the people here. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't want y'all to be, we see you're killing your people, and that's crimes against humanity, but we do the same shit here. We won't even fix what's happening in our yard. That's like me trying to give relationship advice. I can't. I'll be the last one to do that. In the United States, that's how they do things. It's like, yo, your home is burning, my nigga, and y'all don't even give a fuck. The entire world is laughing at us. And it's like the other countries that are predominantly white, they're going through the same thing. The black people are marginalized there. We're starting to see this more and more, but when you have black people that's going against the grain like we are, who are putting our livelihoods and our lives on the line, especially the people that's out there protesting. I've been to one. That's really not my lane. I want to do it more, though. I'm not going to lie. Those people out there protesting, man, they're putting their faces out there. The people who they work for could definitely fire them if they wanted to. They could become targets from the police. They're being brave and doing this on our level. And then you have people that's in positions of power that can make changes that are undoing everything that we're doing. What the hell is wrong with y'all? You are black. At the end of the day, you're still black. That money doesn't change your skin tone. Shannon Sharp said it. When you retire from sports, you can't hang up that black skin. No, you can't. You can't hang that black skin up. We can't take this off. We can't say, you know what, I ain't gonna be black today. I don't feel like being harassed or looked at strange. We can't do that. We wake up black every day. This is our reality. For real. And to see David J. Cameron in Kentucky, I just look at that dude, man. He looked like he don't give a damn about us. Real spill. Just look at him. And that's horrible that you have to say it, but it's like, yo, you're the worst type of black man. For real. Pro-black don't mean you racist or you anti-white, anti-Hispanic, and none of that shit. It mean that you want your people to be considered a priority. Hey, this isn't right. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't take a genius to see that, like, hey, that ain't cool what y'all doing to my folks, bro. Like, eventually they gonna get tired of it and they gonna start tearing some shit up. I.e., Minneapolis. You feel me? Or Atlanta. Word up. Watts. Detroit. Anywhere people have demonstrated, just because you get tired. We're tired of seeing our brothers and sisters get killed. And the crazy thing about it is these motherfuckers are still doing it. And look at what's going on around the country. The spotlight is own police brutality, and they still being brutal. Because of the fucking unions. They can do it and know they can get away with it. Okay, you're going to put me on paid leave for what, 30 days? Paid leave. I'm not going to miss a beat. Probably 100% benefits. Why would they stop? When fellow officers tell on them, they're fired or threatened. It's just wild. You look at the video in Ohio, white protesters, this woman and her 16-year-old daughter trying to cross the street. These bigots are berating them in front of a white cop, and he don't say a damn thing. When the woman says, you're not going to say nothing to them about harassing my 16-year-old daughter, that cop said, go across the street. We got a problem on our hands, y'all. This shit real. It's a problem. But you know what? I'm going to tell y'all what I've been thinking. The minute we start fighting back, things will change. To me, that's when God going to step in, too. But things will change. Once we start saying, you know what? Nah, bro, you ain't finna just do me like that. You know, I done seen some videos where, you know, these dudes out here flooding these cop shit. Like, bro, I'm gonna flood you, bro. Like, they're starting to do this. Why? Because it's needed. And I'm not trying to be rogue and extreme. I'm standing up for us. We gotta talk about this shit and we gotta start doing. Word up, everybody can't come. There's some ignorant people in our community, and there's some bougie people in our community, and there's some people in our community that just don't care. It's cool, y'all step to the side. Let the people who give a fuck, let us do us. Just be quiet, don't say nothing. Y'all can stay over there for all I care. Y'all can continue towing that line. Do that. That's your that's your prerogative. As Bobby Brown said back in the day. That's your prerogative, bro, but no, don't undo what we're doing. That's just not cool. So that's the rundown of what's going on with the Breonna Taylor case. I don't know if justice will ever be served for her. But if it's not, man, what happens in the United States if they don't do something about her murder? Or if the officers involved with the George Floyd murder, if they walk away, or if the vigilantes for Ahmaud Arbery, if they get out, whatever happens in the United States to the United States, that shit is on the United States. And ain't on nobody else. It ain't on black people. It's on the powers that be. Malcolm X said it best. If you can't, get your house in order, you don't deserve to have a house. It should burn to the ground. He said it. And I feel the exact same way, for real. Like, it should definitely burn to the ground if we can't get justice. For real. And I'm not calling for violence. I don't want anybody to misconstrue what I'm saying. But there's people out here that ain't gonna stand for that shit. And we shouldn't. For real. In other news, let's switch it up some. You have DMX versus Snoop Dogg coming. These versus battles. Y'all know me, I'm a hip-hop head, man. I'm a hip-hop fanatic. And I've been seeing what people are talking about this battle. Some people don't think it should happen. Me, personally, I don't think it's, like, the best matchup. I would love to see, like, Snoop and Game go head-to-head, Snoop, just because they're both from, not both from LA, they're both from Cali. Snoop is from Long Beach, Game is from LA, and they cool. I think that'll be a dope battle. They both have great catalogs. Snoop would win. I think DMX and Hove would be dope, but I know Hove not gonna do it. So like DMX and Fat Joe maybe. DMX and Havoc, setting up some of them old Mobb Deep tracks, you know what I mean? Because I've been thinking, like, who the hell could go up against Mobb Deep? Would it be Mobb Deep and Outkast? It's a contrast in styles, and I think Cass would just blow them out the water. But, maybe DMX and I don't know, Redman or something. You feel me? DMX and Meth. DMX and Snoop is cool, the Battle of the Dogs, but I get an edge, and I'm a big DMX fan. I was one of them people that thought X was better than Hove back in the day. I think Snoop gonna win that. I think it's gonna be easy for him too. X got some cuts for real, but look at Snoop, Doggy Style, Chronic 2001, tracks that he got with Pac. Look at Snoop. Like, Snoop has been killing it in every decade. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just been real. Sexual Seduction is a banger. I Wanna Rock Right Now. These are some of the more modern tracks. Beautiful with Pharrell. We ain't even gotta go back to the 90s. Snoop been doing it. X didn't have that run Snoop had. You know what I'm saying? Let's just be honest. He didn't have that run, but he got some classics. Don't get me wrong. I just think at the end of the day, man, and it's for the culture. It's no real big competition. You know what I mean? It's like you ain't gonna get nothing from this except bragging rights. But Snoop got him. X run wasn't that long, man. You know what I'm saying? But it's for the culture. Definitely gonna be tuned in. When they play certain DMX songs, you feel me? It's gonna take me to a place. I ain't gonna lie. When they play certain Snoop shit, it's gonna take me to a place too. I'm not gonna lie. But it's definitely for the culture. I can't wait. I'm gonna be tuned in. I definitely tuned in to Fab and Jada Kiss. That was a slaughter. Kiss definitely got them verses and them tracks. And Fab do too, man. I don't know what Fab was on. Fab got a catalog that's ridiculous. And they started showing that towards the end. I'm like, where the hell was this energy at through the whole battle? You know what I mean? So I can't wait for it. I really want to see T.I. and 50. I spoke on this before, like one of the last podcast episodes, man. Man, I don't know what y'all on, the people that really think 50 can smoke T.I. I think it's gonna be competitive initially, but Tip got this shit in the bag, bro. Like, that's T.I.'s in my top 5 of all time. And the only reason he ain't number 1 for me in the South is because you have Outkast and Goody Mob. The Dungeon Family, to me, is just at the top of Southern hip-hop. They are Southern hip-hop royalty. To me, even more than Wu-Tang is to New York, because of the fact that the stigma on the South has always been these guys can't rap, they're not lyrical. Where these motherfuckers was talking that shit back in the 90s. Everything that's going on now, Goody Mob, Outkast, they were forewarning us. And they was lyrical as hell. I don't think, like, the South, we definitely knew what we had. The rest of the country didn't know until after they started saying that stupid shit like, oh, they don't rap down in the South. And it's like, wait a minute, did you not hear about, you never heard about Big Boy? You never heard of Andre 3000, Big Gip, Cujo, Goody, CeeLo? Y'all don't know about them? Backbone? Like, what the fuck? T.I. is number 2 in the entire South. To me. That's just for me. I can't speak for everybody else, but he's top 5 of all time. Like, in my book, top 5. I've heard all his albums. These singles that this man dropped from Urban Legend, from the King album, from Trap Music, that alone. And then the feature, Shoulder Lane with Dro. Three Kings with Slim Thug and Bun B. Round Here, Memphis Bleak and Trick Daddy. Soldier with Destiny's Child and Wayne. Y'all really think 50 can fuck with that? Anything 50 drop. It's a couple songs that he could drop that I think T.I. gonna have a problem with. But for the most part, anything that he drops, T.I. can just come back with something better. Y'all seem to forget every time this man was dropping, he was dropping 400 plus the first week. Come on. Y'all sleeping on my boy. So, the DMX and Snoop is definitely happening. I want the T.I. and 50 to happen. I don't think it is, but if it does, I got my boy T.I. all day, man. I got him all day. And I'm a 50 fan. Y'all motherfuckers know, like, 50 was my dude back in the day. No lie, I got Get Rich or Die Trying the first week it came out. I was in there. My partner Bud down in Atlanta, he got it still. You owe me. For real, I told you that. You owe me another album, but I'm a 50 fan. Love what G Unit was putting out. To me, the best out the camp was Young Buck. For real, another nigga from the South. And that Straight Outta Cashville album was crazy. Stomp. Bruh, T.I. verse on Stomp. Word up, from your camp, bruh. From your camp, he can put that verse in there. That's a classic verse. So I don't know what y'all talking about, man. Hopefully it'll happen, but like I said, I doubt it will. Real spill. So Madden came out with their ratings. And Christian McCaffrey got a 99 overall, man. He should have. People are in an uproar. Why? He bad as hell. The best running back in the league. Derrick Henry, Dalvin Cook, you know what I'm saying, Zeke, Saquon. But CMC can do everything. He can catch. He can bounce to the outside. He can break. He's a problem. He's a Swiss Army knife. And people like, nah, man, he ain't deserve that shit. Yes, he did. Y'all got to stop sleeping on him because he's white. For real. Like, you got to stop sleeping on him. He's a beast. It's real. But Deshaun Watson, he in his feelings because he's rated low. He is, but dude, you did squander a lead in the playoffs. That's the last image we have of you is you blowing a lead, bro. Like, come on. You gotta correct that. But you are better than what they rated you. I think they rated him in like 86 or some shit like that. Nah, he deserved to be like at least an 89, 90 maybe. Aaron Rodgers is rated low as well. But with these games, the better you do during the season, your numbers will go up. That's just how technology works. So, don't have y'all, don't let this run your blood pressure up for all the gamers. I'm not a real gamer no more. I play with my son. I hop on the sticks with him every blue moon when he asks, on NBA 2K or even on Madden, or we might play Call of Duty, or I'll sit there and watch him play GTA, or I'll hop on there and he'll watch me play. I ask him for help. I ain't really been a gamer since I was in my late teens, early 20s, but for you gamers out there, man, if you good, you're gonna make it do what it do anyway. But a lot of y'all ain't like that, man. I'm challenging, a lot of y'all niggas that's listening, I'm challenging y'all on a PlayStation 4 or 5, whatever. If you get the 5, I'm gonna probably get the 5 for my son. I'm challenging y'all because I don't think y'all like that because y'all crying about these ratings. If you like that, bro, no matter what the rating system is, nigga, you gonna make that shit happen. So y'all gonna have to show me, man. I might have to come out of retirement. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? Word up. Who knows? Outside of Madden, they're opening up the schools here in North Carolina. They're on this Plan B. Not the Plan B birth control pill, which I was in the store the other day. Man, them shit's $50. That's wild. I guess that makes sense, though. You know what I'm saying? They're going to, in the Plan B, man, it's a lot of bullshit, a lot of red tape, a lot of stuff that just don't make no goddamn sense to me. You're talking about, like, pretty much the classrooms won't be full capacity. they made it seem like kids are gonna be alternating. So let's say you got 3 or 4 kids that go to the same school. 2 of your kids might go to class this week, and then next week they're gonna be home, and the other 2 might go, or one of the 2 that stay home the previous week will go, and then the next week the other one will go. We don't know. But I will say this because I see a lot of people that's, like, man, y'all let y'all kids run around here and do that and do this and da 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 da. Since the pandemic been going on, send them to school. I see what y'all saying, but it makes no sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, for one, in your neighborhood, I know on mine, one of these kids sick, you can easily be like, oh yeah, man, you can't go outside today. When it comes down to school, we've seen it. People send their kids to school sick. The coronavirus is asymptomatic. It can be asymptomatic in these children, and they're spreading it. Just because your child isn't showing symptoms doesn't mean that my child or these other children's won't get sick as hell and could potentially die. You know what I'm saying? So I really wish Roy Cooper would have sat back and be like, you know what, we're just going to, if your children need to be in school, send them. But if they're doing well, because you have data, they could have started this like as soon as the fourth quarter ended. What kids need to be here and what kids can just be home. What kids just weren't doing the work and what kids were failing. They need to take that approach. The kids that need to be in school, they should be in school, and the kids that can do the e-learning, they should be home. Or you just have everybody doing e-learning and letting the kids that need extra help come to the school and get tutoring. That's how I look at it. Or if things get worse before the first day, cancel the shit for the year. But you know why they're not going to cancel it? Because of sports. Didn't they give a fuck about these children? No. They care about sports and money. Real talk. They don't give a damn about their education. Or the teachers' education. Or their safety. Or teachers that are pregnant that's going to be exposed to this shit. They don't care about that. It's about money. Everything is about money. I'm starting to realize that everything is about money. So when you see shit that you like, hey, that makes absolutely no sense, guarantee you, money is involved in it somewhere. Somebody's gonna benefit from it financially. So that's all I got for y'all today, man. Episode 46 is in the books. I'm gonna tell y'all something that I've had to tell myself. Yo, make sure you're good. If you're a selfless person, I'm both. I'm selfless and selfish. If you're a selfless person, start being selfish with your time, your emotions, your money, your mental, all of that. You have to look out for you. Get the ball rolling on what you want to do for self. Put yourself in a position to win. Put yourself in a position to become a better person. I don't care if it's your children, your mother, your father, your girlfriend, your husband, your wife, whoever. If they ain't bringing shit to the table or if they got you confused, walk away from it. For real. That's everybody. A lot of our problems we expect ourselves from other people, and that's not necessarily life. That's not realistic. We live in a fantasy world sometimes. I will always say our biggest problem is wanting to be accepted by other people in some capacity. And you can't do that. That's not life. Okay? So start putting you first. Because other people are going to do that. They're going to put themselves before they put you. They're going to take their feelings into consideration before you. I'm going to do that as well. I'm going to look out for me. And I've never been this type of person, but I know that's what you have to do. And you got to refocus. You got to stay focused. You got to complete every task that you set in front of you, or you're going to be miserable. So, you know, I hope that y'all have a great weekend. I hope you have a great rest of the day. Excuse the noises going on around me. But I will be back next week. And, put your phone down if you have to, log out of social media. Um, Go for a walk, go for a ride, take a vacation. You know what I'm saying? Wear your mask. Just do for you and do you. All right. As always, man, I love y'all, and I'll see you next week. I'm out.